As we all know, Donald Trump is not allowed to skip any days in court without prior court approval. He has to sit there all day, every day that court is in session. And according to Fox News host Jesse Watters, that certainly can't be good for his health. Jesse Watters, during a segment this week, whined about the fact that Donald Trump is not able to go out and play golf and actually get exercise because the poor guy, almost 80 years old, has to sit in a courtroom all day, which Jesse Watters said was cruel and unusual punishment. Here's the full quote from Jesse Watters. The guy needs exercise. He's usually golfing. And so you're going to put a man who's almost 80 sitting in a room like this on his butt for all that time? It's not healthy. He needs sunlight. He needs activity. He needs to be walking around. He needs action. It's really cruel and unusual punishment to make a man do that. And anytime he moves, they threaten to throw him in prison. So Trump is too old to sit in a courtroom all day. But he's not too old to be president of the United States, right, Jesse? Is that what you're getting at? And for the record, golf, especially the way Trump does it, not exactly, the most, cardio type exercise you can get, which is what Trump needs. He swings a club and then he hops his big butt in a golf cart and drives to where the ball went. Then he steps out, hits the ball again, rinse and repeat. So I wouldn't exactly argue that Donald Trump is getting the most vigorous exercise out there on the golf course. Not to mention, Trump is a man who actually, in his past, had already refuted Jesse Watters' points because Donald Trump believes that you're born with a certain amount of energy that never increases throughout your life. And the more you exercise, you use up your stored energy and then you never get it back. So Trump's admitted, Jesse, that he does not exercise. But it's even more than that. Donald Trump, on at least 3 separate occasions, including most recently on Monday, has fallen asleep in court. Okay? He doesn't even have the stamina to sit. Can we think about that for a minute, folks? Jesse Watters is out there saying, Trump needs action. No, the guy almost needs hospice care at this point. If he can't sit in a courtroom without dozing off repeatedly, then there might actually be something wrong with him. He doesn't need to be out there doing, hardcore exercise as you're calling for. That could kill him. I mean, if he can't sit for 3 hours without falling asleep, I imagine that getting out there and actually walking a golf course would probably do him in for good. But here's the other thing, Jesse. Are you out there saying this about other people who have to go through the court system? Are you out there talking about, the elderly man that's now put on trial that also has to sit through court? Are you talking about the young kids that are put on trial in this country that don't get to go out and get exercise, something their younger bodies definitely need? No, you're not. You're only talking about this in terms of Donald Trump because that's the only person you care about. If you wanted to have a real discussion about judicial reform, prison reform, things like that, that is a discussion we should have. Because the points he makes are not true about Donald Trump, but they are true about plenty of other people that go through the judicial system every single day. And we should be having those conversations. And Jesse Watters could put himself to good use by having those conversations. But instead, he chooses to be a lapdog for Donald Trump, and that's the only thing he's capable of talking about.